The Buriram circuit witnessed an unexpected turn of events on the opening day of the 2025 MotoGP Thai Grand Prix, with the Marquez brothers asserting their dominance across both practice sessions, while title favorite Francesco Bagnaia found himself in a precarious position heading into Saturday's qualifying. Marc Marquez, fresh from an impressive preseason testing performance, immediately stamped his authority in the 45-minute morning session aboard the factory Ducati GP25. Despite requiring mid-session setup changes after gesturing that his machine was unstable under hard braking, the Spaniard remained fastest throughout, eventually setting a benchmark that proved unbeatable for his rivals. His decision to run the hard front and medium rear tire combination paid dividends as he finished 0.158 seconds ahead of VR46 Franco Morbidelli, who needed fresh rubber in the closing stages to get close. The opening session also delivered promising signs for Yamaha, with Fabio Quartararo and Jack Miller securing third and fourth positions respectively. Quartararo benefited from a late switch to a hard front and soft rear combination, while Miller opted for new soft front and medium rear tires for his final flying lap. Aprilia's Marco Bezzecchi continued to build on his preseason momentum with fifth place, closely followed by Trackhouse Aprilia rookie Ogura in an impressive sixth. Meanwhile, Marc's factory Ducati teammate and predicted title rival Francesco Bagnaia struggled throughout the morning, repeatedly running wide on corner entry and ultimately finishing 10th, 0.718 seconds adrift. The Italian opted to stay with the soft front tire throughout the session, while most front-runners switched compounds. The afternoon's hour-long practice session, crucial for determining direct Q2 qualification, brought unexpected drama and a reshuffling of the order. In the dying moments, Gresini Racing's Alex Marquez delivered a stunning 1 minute and 29.020 seconds lap on his GP24 to snatch top spot from his older brother Marc by a mere 0.052 seconds. The elder Marquez had led multiple stints during the session and looked set to complete a Friday sweep until Alex's last gasp effort. However, the most significant development came further down the timesheets as reigning champion Bagnaia failed to secure an automatic Q2 position, finishing 13th in a session filled with frustration. The Italian had a 7th-place lap time cancelled due to yellow flags triggered by Bezzecchi's crash at Turn 3, placing immense importance on his final attempt. Despite being fastest through the first sector and setting a personal best in the second, Bagnaia's critical lap was ruined when he encountered a touring Morbidelli at Turn 5. The incident left Bagnaia visibly furious with his fellow VR46 Academy member, with stewards likely to investigate Morbidelli's actions. KTM's young star Pedro Acosta showcased impressive pace to secure third place, 0.242 seconds off Alex Marquez's benchmark. Bezzecchi managed to hold on to fourth despite his late crash, while the controversial Morbidelli completed the top 5 despite his impeding incident. Honda's resurgence continued with Joan Mir taking 6th on the factory RC213V, while both Trackhouse Aprilia riders secured Q2 places with Raul Fernandez 7th and impressive rookie Ogura 9th. Quartararo maintained Yamaha's solid showing in 8th, while Johan Zarco, who briefly led the session, rounded out the top 10 for LCR Honda. The day's results have upended pre-weekend expectations of factory Ducati dominance, with several notable names joining Bagnaia in Saturday's Q1 session. Tech 3 KTM's Maverick Vinales narrowly missed the cut by just 0.073 seconds, while factory KTM rider Brad Binder and Pramac Yamaha's Jack Miller, who suffered an early crash, will also face the additional qualifying hurdle. For the KTM contingent, tire wear remains a concern following issues during preseason testing. Both Acosta and Binder conducted extended runs in the morning session with varying front/rear combinations, but their erratic lap times suggested the RC16 remains challenging to control consistently. Returning rider Fabio Di Gianantonio managed 15th place on his GP24 debut for VR46, an encouraging result considering he missed 5 of the 6 preseason testing days due to a fractured collarbone suffered at Sepang. Home favorite Sankhya Chantra delivered a creditable performance in the morning session, finishing just 1 second behind Marc Marquez. As the paddock prepares for Saturday's crucial qualifying sessions, all eyes will be on Bagnaia as he attempts to navigate Q1 and avoid starting the season opener from a compromised grid position. Meanwhile, the Marquez brothers' Friday dominance has set the stage for what promises to be a fascinating battle for pole position and potentially signaled a changing of the guard at the front of the 2025 MotoGP field.